I say that with love. So let me bring up the article real quick. This was reported off of TheVerge.com. It's written by Andrew Liptic. Sega will release its Genesis Mini Retro console on September 19th. It will cost $79.99 with 40 games included. At Sega Fest 2019, Sega announced they will finally release a retro version of its Sega Genesis console later this year, the Sega Genesis Mini, and the Mega Drive Mini in Japan. The device will come with 40 built-in games and will hit stores on September 19, 2019. According to Kotaku, the Genesis Mini/Mega Drive will have slightly different game lineups when released. The Japanese version will include Castlevania Bloodlines, Comic Zones, Gunstar Heroes, Maru Moragari Ichi, Powerball, Puyo Puyo 2, Rent a Hero, Shining Force, Sonic 2, and Space Harrier 2, while the US version will include Alter Beast, Castlevania Bloodlines, Comic Zone, Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bee Machine, Echo the Dolphin, Gunstar Heroes, Shining Force, Sonic the Hedgehog, Space Harrier 2, and Toe Jam and Earl. Additional games will be announced. So, as always, with these nostalgic pieces these nostalgic mini consoles that come out, the argument then comes like, okay, if you had to choose which games, Genesis games, or we did it also for the Nintendo Mini, but like if we were to kind of speculate as far as like what other games could you put on here, like what would you put on the Genesis Mini?
Oh god, I mean, you're asking a guy who didn't have a Genesis, and all those games sound awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Jason says Streets of Rage 1, 2, and 3.
You can't go wrong with
Anthony,
that.
I don't know because again, I didn't have a Switch.
You mean
sorry,
a Genesis?
Didn't have a Genesis.
You were a Nintendo kid, weren't you?
What? Oh god, yeah. Like so my first console was the NES. And then later, I want to say it was like a year after it came out, I got the Super Nintendo. And then after the Super Nintendo broke, our next system was the PlayStation. Then a PlayStation 2. And I didn't own another Nintendo until Dreamcast, so technically I just missed the 64. The only Sega console I owned was a Dreamcast.
Yeah, same here. Internal Champions. Oh god, that'd be great.
Like I'm honestly trying to think of games that you didn't name off, and I can't really think of any because the issue with the Genesis, the early Genesis days, is that a lot of those games were okay.
Mm-hmm. I would. There are definitely there were some games I did play in the Genesis. I was also a Nintendo kid in terms to NES and Super Nintendo. I did play some of the Genesis games at a friend's place. So much of my knowledge comes from that. Also, thank you, Jason. Vector Man 1 and 2 would be great. That would be awesome to have on there as well on the Genesis Mini. I would love to see the MK versions, MK3 Ultimate on Genesis, on Mini Genesis, because that was a fucking good game. That was good. I would love to see that.
Wasn't there a game? It might not have been the Genesis, but I think it also was the Genesis. But it was like dinosaurs fighting each other.
Oh shit! Yeah, that was what was it? It was I want to say Dino Crisis, but that's not it. It's the two I know. Primal Rage. Primal Rage.
Yes. Primal Rage. Yes. No, Bloody Roar was the
that was
the PlayStation 1, and you could change into animals in the middle of the fight. I remember that.
Yes.
No, I know PlayStation 2.
Yeah. What's up?
Bloody Roar.
Oh, right. Yeah, man. Primal Rage. That'd be a man. That would be an interesting pick. To put on the Genesis Mini. Yeah, I'd be interested to see what else they put on there in terms of like what other. I'm gonna pop up a list actually, because some of this stuff. It's been a while since I played anything on Genesis. Obviously, there's gonna be a lot of Sonic games on there. just because Sonic was a huge thing on the Genesis. 1, 2, and 3. Mean Bean Machine been on there is gonna be fucking awesome. Let's see, Genesis games. Ooh, what about the X-Men game? The X-Men arcade game, because that was on the Genesis. So I would love.
Did you say Gunstar Heroes would be on there?
Yes, Gunstar Heroes is gonna be on there.
Okay.
Which is another classic. Let's see. I'm just gonna pop up here. First thing comes up, the Addams Family. No. Maybe the Lion King will get on there.
Dynamite Headdy might be fun to play again.
Yo.
Oh, Castle of Illusion.
Ooh, God, that was a good ass game, man. Yeah. That was fucking awesome.
Michael Jackson's The Moonwalker.
Let's bring in the Cheeto Man video game. That'd be great. Cheeto Man,
Echo.
Cool Dot.
Did you say Echo the Dolphin?
Echo the Dolphin, yes, it's gonna be on there as well.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got on here.
It's so fucking hard for you to ask me about Sega games because I just did not grow up with one.
Right. Double Dragon, yeah, it'd be cool to have that on there. Outrun, oh yeah, that's got to be on there.
Hyperstone Heist.
What was it? It was Virtual Fighter. That was on Sega Genesis, I want to say, right? Because I know. Hang on.
Virtual Fighter?
Yeah.
I thought that was a PlayStation game.
Let's see. Virtual Fighter. That came out on no, Sega on the 32X. That's right. So yes, that'd be cool to see. Alex the Kid.
Strider.
Yeah. Was Strider on the Genesis?
Yep. I'm looking at a list of top Genesis games, and they're basically just voted on by people.
Oh, gotcha. I would love to.
Oh, fucking Christ! It would be awesome if this game could be on there because I know I played the shit out of it. Spider-Man and Venom: Maximum Carnage.
Yeah, I played some of that. I didn't get past the first level because I was confused on what you're supposed to do. So, but that'd be cool. That'd be awesome if it got on there. I would love, because I played it on a Genesis. I'm not sure there's a Super Nintendo port of it, but I would love to see Contra Hardcore or Hardcore Corps. I forget what it's called. But that is a game that it looks super dope. It was super cool. It had like alternate endings, but it was hard as fuck. Like that game was hard as hell. But I loved the hell out of that game. For those who don't know, definitely look it up. It's a really fun game. It's really hard though, but it's really cool looking, and you get to choose from a werewolf man, basically somebody who is commando, a female, and then you got a small robot called Brownie. So, did you get to take any of Contra? No, I did not. I played it. I never beat it. But man,
you've beaten a Contra?
I've gotten close to beating Contra 1. I have, but
that's the scoop. That's the scoop of the century right there.
Yeah, like Contra's a hard game in general. But yeah, like I would love to see Contra Hardcore on the Genesis collection. So yeah, it's coming out this year, and it's gonna be another one of those. And you know, I honestly, if they did another one of these, like I would love a Sega Dreamcast Mini. Like I would love a Sega Dreamcast Mini because there were so many awesome games on Sega Dreamcast.
Oh yeah. I really want Nintendo to kind of backwards compatible the Super Nintendo and the 64 and the GameCube and the Wii U.
Yeah.
Actually, I think what they need to do with the Switch is not port any Wii U games. Let me rephrase that. Not put any Wii U games on there like they are from the Wii U, right. But straight up like make them for the Switch in a port form. Like, let's take, Mario Maker 2. It's smart because instead of trying to put Mario Maker just on the Switch, they just made a sequel, which adds more content. But on top of that, the Wii U had 2 screens. Switch does not have that fucking luxury. So
yeah, that's true. I feel like they will not really delve into the Wii U library as much. I mean, take that back. Well, with the Super Mario Maker 2 happening.
There's a few games that they did it with, but
Yeah.
my point is that when you're doing when you're making backwards compatible type of games or whatever, like you want to kind of you want to think about what it's on, and I think a lot of old school games could really work. Like when I played the Rare Replay pack and I played some of the 64 games on there, it was a bit difficult to play. So
Yeah.
I don't know. Like it's interesting, but this is a good way to preserve video game history and whatnot.
Oh hell
So,
yeah, definitely.
I'm down with it.
Especially with the latest conversations around that topic and what the future of the game industry is kind of headed towards. So, just to answer your question, Jason. I went up the actually take that. No, I did climb the wall at first. I could not beat that boss, so I just went drop in the tunnel. I tried to beat that boss. It was hard. And I'm pretty sure, Greg, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'll show you later. All right. Moving on to our next topic at hand. Shouldn't I load this up? Boom, boom, boom. All right. So,